I discovered the patches unexpectedly November of 2022. And I didn't have any health issues that I knew of. I wanted it preventatively. It was during the Corona cray cray, as I like to call it. And I'm a widow, live by myself, and more cognizant of got to be extra sure I'm healthy. I mean, we all should be, but just added a level. And so I am working at a consulting firm, and I get a call from a female who had just learned about the patches, and her husband had been patched, and we helped on entrepreneurs, and she had never sold before, and she's telling me about this experience with her husband, and he's in his early 70s and arthritic symptoms in his hands, and he puts this little patch on, and it all goes away, never comes back. And I'm like, really? And then she tells me the story of the founder. And she says he was working with the Navy SEALs. And I'm sure most of you already know that. I won't elaborate, but I love to tell that story. But then she mentions when he was a young boy, about 8 or 9 years old, he had gone to the Thomas Edison lab. And on the way home, told his parents he wanted to be an inventor like Thomas Edison when he grew up. And so as I'm listening to her, I'm remembering a prayer I made about a year and a half prior to the Lord when all this stuff was going on with our, challenge and scary things with health and all that kind of stuff. And I told the Lord, I said, I know you are greater than this crazy report we're hearing. And you've got scientists out there and doctors and professionals that get witty inventions too. And I just know you've got solutions for us. So when she's telling me this story, I'm just like, so I just said, Cheryl, we can help you. That's what we do. I said, but let me take my business hat off, and I need to ask you, where can I get those patches? Because I want one. And I said, I believe that man was chosen by God when he was a little boy. I believe that God inspired him to be an inventor for such a time as now. I believe he's one of many, but I believe he's going to help all of humanity. Now, mind you, I never heard of anything about anything except what I just told you. And little did I know what I was about to get into. Okay. And so remember, I got on it preventatively, and I only bought X39, and I could not get enough of the science. I got up before work and I would be studying about stem cells, and I couldn't get enough of the videos, podcasts like this. I mean, I was hooked. Okay. And my symptoms that I noticed week 1 were I had not had deep sleep, I guess, to dream since I lost my husband 6 years prior. And I began to have dreams again, which was wonderful. My sleep was improving, obviously. My energy doubled, if not tripled. And my sense of well-being, I just, I really didn't know that was the patch. I jumped into it very quickly. My person was new. Cheryl was new. I actually learned some of the things that had changed by listening to podcasts and hearing other people say what happened to them. What that happened to me. That happened to me. I thought I was just having a really good day. About 2 months into wearing the patches, one morning I got up, like you do, you get up, wash your face, brush your teeth. And I looked in the mirror and I was like, my face looks different. So I'm looking in the mirror and I'm thinking, well, maybe it's my glasses. And I thought, no, I thought I look better. And that's exactly what had happened. And I learned that about 2.5 months, a lot of people notice a big change. And that was a wonderful perk. I did have some extra hair growth, and just, it just keeps on going and keeps on giving, doesn't it? But I want to talk to you about, I have a lot of friends that are elderly, and one of my elderly best buddies, I got her on the patches, and she was a little skeptical. And what ended up happening to her is wonderful. Neuropathy left her body. She's never had it since, and I can't remember what symptoms go with that. I think it's numbness and burning. So that went away, and she's never had it since day 1 of patching. I think that's huge for anyone that has symptoms like that. Now, another thing I did not know, she was only sleeping 2.5 hours a night, but she first week went to 7 hours, and she averages between 6 and 8 now, which is amazing. That's foundational for her health. I'm sure you guys know that. And she had been losing her balance and she would hold, the brick wall when she would be in her garden, in her atrium. Doesn't have to do that anymore. She got her agility back, her cognitive. It was around tax time. She said, I was able to do my taxes better. I'm going to be patched for the rest of my life. Skeptic went to forever. It was wonderful. So that was thrilling. But what I would love, if I have time, I'd love to tell you, share with you about something that happened last week. Someone very dear to me, and a school friend since we were in elementary, has been on the patches about 7 months. And she had some serious back pain, but she didn't tell me right away about some liver issues, very serious. I learned it about midway, but she had psoriasis of the liver, and then she had been given, they'd seen lesions on her liver and said stage 4, and that she could have 1 day or 7 months, but they gave her approximately a year. I don't think I've told you guys this, Stacey. I can't remember if I did, or April, but this is so powerful. And I was reflecting tonight about what to share, and I thought, I got to tell this. We got to get her on, but she's shy, okay? But she went to get tested. She has no more lesions on her liver. They're gone. Her numbers, she had fatty liver since her early 20s, have always been high, normal. I haven't had normals since my 20s. She's my age. This is the best part. I was telling my mother actually about this, and my mom went nuts. Her doctor said her liver is regenerating itself. So that is so powerful. And I get to help people that I love and intimately know. That story with her, trying not to say her name in case she doesn't want it, I got to change her life. I got to be a vessel. It's really God, the way he wired us. It was like David Schmidt's patch, but that gives me new purpose in life. And no matter who we're talking to, you never know. And it's to me, I get to give hope and health and happiness back to people, and especially people that I love. So I just was going to say, if we have any guests on here, if you're not patched yet, get patched. With a story like that, how can you resist? And then if you are already patched, get to sharing more, because we don't want anyone to miss out on getting their health back. So praise the Lord.